Welcome to this money handling and cashier training course provided by TeachByTech. My name is Lenny, and I am here to assist your learning throughout the course. Congratulations on taking this important step to improve your job opportunities. I look forward to working with each of you throughout this course. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm here to help you prepare for future employment. Today, we are going to focus on communication as a cashier. Cashiers work with people. You'll talk with customers, answer questions, complete purchases, and assist with buying goods. To be comfortable and professional, you need to understand appropriate oral communication or speaking. Customers will ask you questions as you work. You must be able to provide clear and simple instructions. When answering questions, try to be as detailed as you can. You should try to include answers to who, what, when, where, how, and why. Let's look at an example of a cashier speaking to a customer. Excuse me, do you sell toothbrushes? Yeah, in the back. Did the cashier answer the question? Yes, but did the cashier provide all the information needed? No. A better response would look like and sound like this. Excuse me, do you sell toothbrushes? Yes, we do. Go down aisle 3 on the left side of the store. Walk to the back of the store and you will find toothbrushes on the right side of the aisle. Thank you. If you are able, leave your register and walk the customer to the item that they are looking for. Your job is to make the customer feel welcome and appreciated. When they ask you where the toothbrushes are, you need to tell them clearly so that they can find it easily. A customer who feels unappreciated or who can't find an item often leaves the store without buying anything, and that is not good for business. It is important to always remain calm and professional while working. As a cashier, you may be asked the same question by several different customers. You will also be asked to complete several tasks throughout the day. There are plenty of opportunities for something to go wrong. That's why it's important to always be aware of how you are communicating. Sometimes you might have a bad day, and the last thing you want to do is patiently explain to a customer why the shipment of chocolates is late. But that's your job. If you find yourself falling into a rut of only providing basic information, stop, take a deep breath, and start again. We communicate with people all the time, whether or not we are working as cashiers. This makes it easier for you to practice providing clear information. When you speak with your friends or family, remember what you've read and learned about clear information and use it. This skill will certainly be useful in your everyday life too. As a cashier, you must think carefully about how you speak, what words you use, and how you address customers. You must remain professional at all times. When you are addressing customers or your boss, you should not use slang words, swear words, or words of endearment. Slang words are informal words or phrases that you may use when speaking to friends or family. For example, what's poppin'? This is slang for how are you doing? When we greet customers, we want to sound professional. Avoid slang words. Swear words are inappropriate to use in a business setting. These are usually said when a person is angry or frustrated. Words of endearment are very personal. These should be reserved for family and close friends. Examples of words of endearment are honey or babe. Using these words can be offensive to some customers. Customers want to be welcomed in the store by a professional. When you remain polite and helpful, customers are more willing to purchase items from the store. Remember to address customers using a pleasant and kind tone. This means that you should not yell at customers or use a voice that shows anger or frustration. Let's listen to the following conversation and then answer the questions to show your understanding of oral communication as a cashier. Hello, Welcome to Candy World. Can I help you find anything? Do you have any gummy worms? Sure, in the back. Thanks. Excuse me, are there any gummy worms? Yeah, they're in the back of the store, to the left, near the soda machine. Here, why don't I show you? Thank you. Of course. When you are finished filling your bag, take it up to the cashier for checkout. Okay, thank you. What's up, bro? Wow, that's a lot of gummy bears. Are you going to feed the whole plane? That'll be $6.57. I'm sorry? How much is it? $6.57. Jeez. Okay, here's your change, 43 cents. Have a nice day. Okay, now answer the following questions about the previous conversation. As a cashier, it is not only important to speak clearly and professionally, you must also listen carefully to supervisors, customers, coworkers, and trainers. Each of these people will expect prompt action and answering of questions. When you are hired in your new job, you will be told a lot of information and your boss expects you to remember it all. When a customer enters the store, they expect you to listen to their needs and know the answer to their questions. Let's listen to the following example given during a training for a new hire. What do you think about the behavior of Rachel and John? Who's listening? So Rachel was just hired to work for Pasta & Company. She's going to be a cashier and today is her first day of training. She walks into a room where she meets another new hire, and his name is John. Rachel introduces herself. Then in walks Mrs. James. Hello, I'm Mrs. James. I will be training you today on how to greet customers who enter our store. Lack of acknowledgement from staff is one of the biggest complaints customers have about shopping. The greeting is the first impression that customers get of our store. We want customers to feel welcome in our store. You need to greet each customer that walks into the store. There are 4 categories defined to engage our customers: small talk, familiarity, commonality, and orientation. You may use whichever technique feels most comfortable to you. Small talk is a great way to break the ice and establish a friendly human connection with shoppers. Typically, small talk is for customers you don't recognize. Small talk greetings and questions should invite two-way conversation. Avoid questions that can be answered with a yes or no. Examples of small talk questions are, how's your day going? Who are you shopping for today? Rachel, can you give us an example of a small talk question? How did you hear about our store? Great example, Rachel. Another technique is called familiarity. Familiarity is when you have seen a customer before. You want to demonstrate to your returning customers that more than just remembering them, you're getting to know them. Example of this include, what brings you in to see us again? Or, it's great to see you again. John, why don't you try an example? John? John, are you listening? What was the question? Can you give us an example of the familiarity technique used to greet customers? How's your day going? No, that is an example of small talk. Please make sure you are listening during training. The third technique is commonality. Commonality establishes a relationship through something that is happening in common or something you both like. Establishing commonalities with customers through our sales staff gives our customers something to connect with. This can make our brand relatable and instill trust. Examples of this include, how are you navigating that traffic? Are you managing to stay dry with all this rain? Rachel, can you give us an example? I think so. Are you enjoying the snow outside? Another great example. Good job, Rachel. The last technique is orientation. Orientation is essentially welcoming and familiarizing customers to the space in your store. This directs customers to what they need and also helps them feel comfortable while shopping. Sometimes customers will tell you exactly what they're looking for. In that case, orientation is easy. Guide those individuals to get exactly where they want to go. If you have a customer who is just looking, you can respond with, take your time to look around. Some people stay here for as long as 45 minutes just exploring. After a few minutes, you should check in with the customer again. Here are examples of questions you can ask those customers. Would you like a basket? Or how about I start a fitting room for you while you continue looking around? Rachel, can you give another example to check in with a customer? Sure. Are you finding what you thought you needed? Great example. Remember, greeting customers is an important part of your job. Thank you for being here today. Training is over for now. So how'd you do on the questions? Do you think that Rachel would make a good employee? Your boss wants an employee who will listen and learn. If you have a question, do not hesitate to ask your boss or coworker. Remember, communication is an essential skill for all cashiers. It's also a skill that is transferable. This means you can use your communication skills in many different jobs or life situations, such as giving instructions to someone, receiving instructions from someone, taking part in an interview with your child's teacher, talking to your doctor, calling for information. I encourage you to practice your communication skills every day. This will make you a better employee and a more engaged participant in your community. If you want additional practice with cashier vocabulary, continue watching. Otherwise, have a great day. There are some words that are specific to cashier jobs. Till is a cash register. UPC, or Universal Product Code, is a number that identifies the product and the retailer. Void means to cancel a transaction. POS is a point of service system. If you ever hear a word that you do not understand, ask your coworker or supervisor. This will help you to avoid mistakes. Here are some other vocabulary words that you may hear often. Bill means the total amount owed by the customer. It's also called a receipt. Checkout. This is the place where customers go to pay for purchases. A customer is the person who buys the product or service. A manual is an instruction booklet. Multitask means doing many things at once. And a workstation is the area where a cashier works. I'll give you more vocabulary questions in the next video.